Welcome to the Anger Management Show, by the way. This is Adam. First off, something very exciting. We have Jamie, the bro from Ulcerate on the phone. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, it's good, man. How you?
Excellent. Can you hear me, sweet ass?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
it's all good.
Tremendous. Kicking right into it. Congrats on signing to Relapse. What does signing to such a massive label actually mean for Ulcerate? What can your fans expect to eventuate from that?
Well, I guess for us it's just a better platform for us to be able to get our music out to more people, basically. So there's no I don't know, there's no lofty ambitions or anything. It's basically like we wanted to sign to a label that let us kind of do our thing without interfering. And
sweet. So Relapse really gives you freedom of expression in that sense.
They just let us do what we want to do. So and we signed on that basis as well. That's pretty much all we're asking for you.
Cool, man. There have been a few sick-ass studio footage, promos, etc. that you guys have released over the last couple of months or last year, I guess. Are there any music videos and things like that in the works?
No.
Nah? Not at all? Is
Probably
it
not.
something that you guys just don't really go out of your way to produce, or just, nah?
Just don't really have any interest in it, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
But it's maybe in the future, but
fair enough.
Not right now. Yeah.
It's not for everyone anyway. In the past, you personally have done all of the artwork and the marketing media for the band, as far as I know. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do all the visual stuff.
Are there other bands that you work for? Like, is graphic design or just design in general your full-time job?
Yeah, I mean, my 9 to 5 is I do front-end web development.
Oh, excellent.
At a studio in Auckland. Yeah, I've done a bunch of friends' bands over here. I've done House of Capricorn stuff, Creepings. I did a little bit early Dawn of Azrael shit.
All the bros.
Yeah, so mostly just helping friends out, pretty much.
Sweet as. So on the clips that you've posted of your drumming and the other studio tracking footage and all that sort of thing, do you film all that stuff and do all the post-production on that yourself as well?
Yeah, the two things that we released, I did, which was the studio stuff. Relapse put out a video that was for one of their songs that they did. I didn't actually do that. So.
Sweet as. With more and more New Zealand bands making it out of the country, extreme metal bands I'm talking about specifically, do you find that New Zealand is getting a good rep overseas in terms of quality?
Yeah. Well, for sure, man. Particularly because it's getting well known for a certain sound, and I guess Australian bands get that as well. Which is, but I'm just talking about our kind of niche, the extreme end of things.
When you say a certain sound, could you define that in a way, or
like hyper violent, super dark, really fucking oppressive sort of a sound,
Yeah, very true.
And a lot of yeah.
How many times have Ulcerate toured overseas now? Quite a few, eh?
Yeah. Okay, so we've done two European tours. We went to North America once last year, and we've done Australia 5 times, maybe.
5 times. Wow, and that's about to be 6 times, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have a death metal legend like Luke LeMay of Gorguts, who's been around since the late 80s sort of thing, wearing your shirts and repping your band as a current favourite of his in interviews and, videos like that going viral? And how do you remain humble with such a thing?
It's cool, man, but I've been talking to Luke maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
Sweet.
So we kind of, we just stay outside. But so it wasn't surprising or anything. We played Montreal last year, and he came and hung out and everything. So, but it's fucking cool, man.
Cool.
Can't
in
that down.
In one interview that I saw with him recently, and he's sitting there wearing an Ulcerate shirt, and he did actually say, "I saw this band in Montreal and blah 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 blah," just raving about you guys. Yeah. Do you do drum clinics?
Nope, not yet. No, haven't done anything like that yet.
So. Seeing as you're saying yet, is that something that's potentially on the cards?
Nothing planned, but it would just be a matter of sorting it out, basically. So.
Have you been getting a lot of praise from the drum community worldwide, sort of thing, as well?
Yeah. I mean, I'm with lots of people in bands and whatnot, so I don't know. I would say but there's pretty much only positive stuff, which is.
Excellent.
That's super humbling.
That's good. That's very good. Would you agree that the Ulcerate sound has gone from death metal, which is your very early 2003, 2004 type stuff, to tech death, say Everything Is Fire, all the way through to Atmospheric Tech Death with the more recent stuff. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
How do you define
I'm not really
the
fond
Ulcerate
of
sound?
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry, how do you personally define the Ulcerate sound?
I just categorize it as death metal, man. But it's just it's a certain area of the death metal genre, you know. But the whole technical.
Yeah.
We don't really subscribe to that so much because we're not trying to be technical, you know. It's not. I mean, maybe it's the composition element, but it's not the be all. And I know that there's a certain evolution. We don't sound the same as we did when we were teenagers, but it's just an organic process, you know. So.
Yeah, hard out. I mean, a lot of technical bands don't really classify themselves as technical, really. It's just something that happens and then other people label them as that anyway, right?
Pretty much. That's kind of what's happened with us, yeah.
I mean, have you encountered much negativity from people that love the Coming of Genocide and of Fracture and Failure albums and that?
Weirdly enough, it kind of goes the other way. People... our Fracture's our kind of least liked.
Really?
Well, that's feeling's mutual. It's the least liked for us as well. But, no, to be honest, man, like, I'm real surprised that we don't cop too much flack, which is cool, but kind of surprising, just because bands cop shit, you know. But
yeah,
I'm sure it's coming, you know.
Touch wood.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever write riffs around the drum beats that you're personally creating? We were watching the latest drum vid that came out. It was a point that was raised, and I thought I'm going to have to ask that question because the beats themselves are something else.
All our stuff's constructed with me and guitarist Mike. You know, it's to and fro, so we always write in tandem. So it's written from the drums and the guitar perspective.
Cool. There have been a few, and I don't really want to use the term side projects, but there have been a few other bands that you guys have been involved in over the years, and ex-Ulcerate members have been involved in over the years, namely Abystic Ritual, Forced to Submit, Misadventures in Self-Surgery, and Asphyxiate, and a couple of others as well. All of those bands were tremendous, really. Are there any other bands that Mike or Paul or yourself are in currently that people should know about?
Yeah, there's Paul's actually got a side project called The Temple. That hasn't seen the light of day yet, and Mike here and there plays live guitar for Vassifor, and I got nothing. Well, actually, I got something on the cards, but it's under the wraps sort of thing. So,
cool, man.
Yeah,
this is exciting.
nothing major.
What can people expect next from Ulcerate? How many albums does Relapse have you guys for?
Okay, so that's for one and an option, which basically means two. So we've got one more with Relapse, and then we'll assess where to go from there.
True. Well, that's promising anyway.
Hopefully, yeah.
Are you guys all looking forward to pulverizing Wellington again on the 2nd of November?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
Awesome, man. Any last words for the lovely listeners out there?
Oh, cheers for the support, and yeah, we'll see you in a few weeks.
Likewise to yourself. Cheers for doing the interview. It was great talking to you. And personally, we're all really looking forward to seeing the show with Horrendous Disfigurement and Shallow Grave and Vesicant at San Francisco Bathhouse, I believe. Yeah,
that's one. Yeah, should be fucking good, actually.
And that's on the 2nd of November. If you could pick one track off the new album to play right now, what would it be?
Go with Await Rescission. It's the last track.
Excellent. All right, I will do that. Thanks again, Jamie Saint Merat from Ulcerate. Brutal Hails.
Yeah, cheers, man. Cheers.
Sweet as.
Have a good night.
You too.
Cheers.